friends, thanks for stopping by. I hope you're all having a great day. Sorry I've been gone for so long. I was in Florida, just never got around to filming a video. Please forgive me, but here I am back, and I hope you'll find this a really interesting video. I get asked a ton of questions about hair, so I thought I would talk about how to have healthy hair. Now keep in mind, I'm talking about healthy hair from the daily damage we do to our hair. I'm not talking about how to make your hair healthy if you're taking medications that are doing funky things to your hair and your body. I'm not talking about if you have health issues. Those are things that you have to discuss with your doctor. These are not things that I can truly help you with. I can show you and introduce you to some products that can help your hair, but I cannot really make your hair grow for you if you're on a medication and if you have health issues. And genetics plays a big part of our hair also. So let's get started on the things that we do daily that destroy our hair. The number one thing that we do to our hair that destroys it is heating tools. Heating tools are bad for our hair, but we're not going to stop doing it. So we have to learn to take care of our hair in other ways. If you flat iron your hair, if you use a curling iron, if you use hot rollers, if you blow dry your hair, and when you're blow drying your hair, the last few minutes are the most damaging to the hair because it's already dry, and if you hold that heat too close, you're going to damage it even more. So these things are things we're not going to stop doing, but we can work and do other things to help our hair stay healthy. I made a decision a long time ago that I was going to wear my hair the way I wanted to wear my hair for the rest of my life. And if that is down to my butt, that is how I will wear my hair. I know that there's people, I've had people say to me when I was 40 years old, don't you think it's time you cut your hair? I'd like to know what book that was written in other than some Hollywood guru or whatever that says women shouldn't do this, women shouldn't do that. I am going to always have long hair unless one day I decide to cut my hair like Lisa Rinna because I like her haircut. But if you are an aging woman or a young girl, healthy hair is important or it brings your appearance down. For older women, if you have over-processed, dry, frizzy, outdated style, you are going to age yourself. So we do have to pay attention to our hair, okay? So number one, heating. Of course, the next one is how often you shampoo, which I am not going to stop shampooing my hair every day because I don't feel clean. I don't feel my hair looks good. I don't have a naturally straight hair or a naturally curly hair. I have a slight curl, not enough to make it look good, that frizzes. I have naturally frizzy hair. And some people just naturally have frizzy. Before I started doing anything to my hair, I always had a little frizz to it, okay? So, you know, they say you should only wash your hair 3 times a week the most. I wash my hair probably 6 days out of the week. There is one day, if I'm not going anywhere, if I'm not doing videos, I will go without washing my hair, and usually I just slap a ton of oil on it that day, okay? So, and especially if you're not using good shampoos, you really should cut down the amount you shampoo your hair. The next thing that affects your hair is the type of water in your house, whether you have hard water, soft water. So if you want, and go to the extremes of it, I have not done this yet, but I have considered it because I have very dry skin also, is putting a filter on my shower head for the water. The next thing that can affect your hair, if you're a swimmer. If you swim a lot, the chlorine is going to be bad for your hair. So I would suggest, if you're swimming, wet your hair down before you go in the water, because then your hair is already wet and it will not absorb as much of the chemical as it would being dry, okay? And I know a lot of people throw a shower cap on because they don't want to ruin their hair with the chlorine, but you know, that's still seeping in there, and most people I know, they don't even think about putting a swimming cap on. So wet your hair before you go in. I would even wet my hair if I'm wearing the cap, and I would just protect it that way. The next thing that destroys our hair, and this is one thing that we can't escape, and that's the sun. UV rays are just as bad for the hair as they are for the body. They dry it out. When I go to Florida, my hair gets very dry. No matter how much I protect it, it gets very blonde. I just had it colored, so she helps me to bring it back to where I like it. Also, the sunscreen, there are sunscreen products out there for hair, and the one I'm using is by Joico, and they have shampoo, conditioner, and a leave-in conditioner. I wear hats, but you have to, realistically, there's no way that we can constantly protect our hair from the sun. I mean, if we're driving in our car and we have sunroofs, that's coming through. So the next thing that I don't know a woman that hasn't done, isn't doing, will stop doing, and that are chemical treatments. Now, chemical treatments can be coloring your hair, bleaching your hair, straightening your hair, perming your hair, anything where you change the natural structure of your hair is damaging it. So, and we're not going to stop doing that because, I mean, some women do and they go great, they go gray, they go white, they look fabulous. Okay, when you're doing chemical processes, you're changing the outer structure, you're changing the cuticle, and the cuticle protects the cortex, which is soft and a little bit weaker anyway. And once the cortex is exposed a little, it starts to break down and frizzing happens and that's where your hair starts to have all these little different like holes in it. They're not holes, but the cuticle is no longer smooth, so it's not protecting the next layer. Also, extensions. Extensions, if they're done poorly, really damage the hair. Even if they're done correctly, there is still some damage done to the hair. So keep that in mind also. Now, I know when you have extensions, you're supposed to use, I'm dropping things down here. I know when you have extensions, you're supposed to use certain types of shampoos and conditioners. So always follow what that person's telling you. But know that when you go into having extensions, it's going to damage the hair slightly. The next one is a myth that you should brush your hair 100 times and it will grow. Now, brushing your hair too much, too aggressively, can break hair strands. And that's wear and tear on the hair. So if you're using a boar bristled brush, which is really good for the scalp because it helps to stimulate the natural oils in your scalp and then it distributes out onto your own hair, it's okay, but I would not brush my hair 100 times because you are putting extra stress. Now, some people may disagree with that totally. I don't think I've ever noticed my hair grow because I brush it more. I think there's a lot of things that can help your hair grow more, but brushing it, I'm not sure that I believe that one. Okay, that's just me though. All right, so now let's touch on some tips that we can do that help protect our hair. Things that we do that really do damage the hair. Let's see what we can do. Now, you've all heard me talk about, I do a lot of masking, which I'm going to talk about today. I believe in wide tooth combs. I comb mine in the shower with my conditioner on, and then when I get out, I will then massage my oils into it after I've used my microfiber towel, and then I will put my oils on. Another thing that we do, and I've talked about this in my videos too, people are too rough on their hair. Even in the shower, they start going like this and rubbing. Don't do that. That friction starts the frizz, for one thing. When you get out of the shower, I do recommend the Turby towels. You just wrap them and they absorb most of the moisture. You don't have to do that scrubbing, because once you take a towel and you start doing that, you're really roughing up the hair. Okay, so I've touched a little bit on conditioning. You should always get conditioners that have proteins in them. I'll mention some of the ingredients a little bit later, but now the scalp is very important for the hair, and that's why I can't necessarily sit here and say that, okay, you should not be shampooing your hair every day, because if your scalp is not healthy, that's a breeding ground for bad hair growth, because you need your scalp to be healthy because it's the closest thing to the hair follicle. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is scalp treatments and hair mask. I believe that everyone should be doing a hair mask once a week. I don't care what type of hair you have. I don't care if you have fine hair. I don't care if you have thin hair. I think everyone benefits from using a mask. Now, use the mask before you're going to shampoo if you have really fine hair, so that you reap the benefits of it while it's on, but you're able to shampoo it out really well so that it doesn't affect the way your hair styles. Now, for the scalp, I use one from Salon Series by Cuidad, and it's the Mediterranean Bay Leaf. And I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce this brand's name, but that's how I say it because that's how it looks. It's the exfoliating hair and scalp treatment, and this helps to promote healthy hair growth. Now, what I do on damp hair, freshly washed damp hair, I will take it on my finger and spread it to my scalp throughout my hair. Then I will take the bulbs of my finger, and this really helps to promote healthy hair growth, is to massage your scalp. Just use the balls of your hand and really massage something like this. And this one does have a little alpha hydroxy in it, so it really exfoliates all that dead skin off the scalp. By massaging it, you are stimulating the circulation around the hair follicle, which feeds the hair bulb, and that's where you get your healthy growth from. So I would recommend something like this. You can buy this at Sephora. I have really been happy with this product. You don't have to do it. You can just use hair oils to really feed your scalp if you'd like, but I like that product. Okay, so I'm just going to show you a couple hair masks. Hair masks are very simple to use. You wash your hair, absorb all of the moisture out of the hair, and then slap on your favorite hair mask. Leave it on for as long as you can. I've left it on half the day. I have one by Redken, and it's the All Soft. I have one by Aura Fluido that I love. I have probably 25 hair masks. Love the Kerastase anti-aging hair line, beautiful. And another one is the Phyto line. It's actually pronounced Phyto in French, but it is said Phyto in America. This is a very, very good one. It is the Phyto Mask Nutrition Extreme Ultra Nourishing Mask. This one actually comes recommended by Beauty Magazine. I can't remember which one it is. But you can find this at Ulta and Sephora. On the pricier side, if you don't have money, okay, go to your refrigerator, your grocery store, whatever. You buy an avocado, you put it in a blender with some olive oil, and you just really puree it up and slap it on your hair and leave it on for as long as you can. Now it'll get a little dark because this will oxidize the avocado, but there's so many healthy fats in this that it really helps to feed the hair. So you can't say I don't have money to do that, because everybody has olive oil and these cost $2. So your mask would cost you probably $2.50. I love avocado and I think you should be eating it too, but we'll talk about that in a minute. Okay, so we're going to hair mask. Throw it on your hair, put a plastic bag over your head, and just go about your cleaning, your laundry, whatever. And you will really notice the difference if you are dedicated to your hair. I recommend once a week to deep mask your hair. You should be using if you don't have the money to buy a super good shampoo, spend that money on a really good conditioner. One that has proteins in it. I'll put a list underneath of ingredients that you should look for, and one of them is going to be Dimethicone, which is a silicone. I am not afraid of silicones. If you have damaged hair, silicone will be your friend. I have never had my hairdresser say to me, Tammy, you use too much silicone, your hair color is just not taking anymore. So don't be afraid of it, okay? It's not going to damage your hair. It's just not, okay? So that's it. Okay, so the next thing are hair oils. Okay, don't be afraid of hair oils. If you're somebody who really has limp hair, do a hair oil treatment at night. Put a lot of oil on your hair and just sleep with it. I don't ruin my pillowcases by doing, because your hair absorbs it in anyway. Now, if you're someone who has breakout problems with your skin, I would suggest that you somehow take your hair off of your face with the oil on it, because you don't want to wake up with a breakout around your chin. So you can somehow put a scarf on your head or something if you can sleep like that. I couldn't. And you just move it away. Okay? Another thing you can do is for your conditioner. Put a squirt of your oil in your conditioner. It does help. I have so many different oils that I use. Lanza is one of my most favorite. Lanza actually uses an oil called Abyssine oil, which is known to penetrate the hair. Argan oil and Moroccan oil, they don't actually penetrate. They coat the hair. But I'm not afraid of those either. So there's the Kerastase elixir, which is very nice. The Wella, they have their oil that's nice. I've talked about the Matrix Exquisite Tamanu oil. They make 3 different blends of this for the type of hair you have, okay? The Colorproof line has their own oil. Yes, I have tons of them. Redken has a beautiful oil, and then Goldwell. Now this one is really a fabulous oil, but going to be harder to find and also expensive. $18.50 a bottle for you. My oils and my hair products, most of them are all professional, so I get them at wholesale, but I try to show you the ones that I know are available in Ulta, or online at least, okay? So there are some tips at putting moisture back into your hair. The next thing that helps you with healthy hair and scalp is your diet. Your diet affects every single thing in your body. It affects your skin, your nail, your hairs, your eyes, your organs. Absolutely everything is affected by your diet. And what is very important in a diet are healthy fats. This gives you healthy, strong nails, hair. It's just good for the skin. So what are some healthy oils that we can use? Olive oil. Always buy extra virgin olive oil. And I say buy the best one you can get. Some of them really do make a difference. The olives that come from Italy are always better olives. Avocado I already mentioned. Avocado, I just read an article last night that by eating healthy fats, eating 500 of your calories in healthy fats helps you lose weight. Okay, so healthy fats, they're finding out more and more every day that healthy fats are good for you. Another form of healthy fat is walnuts. Now, I soak my walnuts because nuts have a tannin on them to help protect them. But they leave a little bit of a bitter taste to me. Not so much almonds or pecans, but I definitely taste it in my walnuts. So I take fresh water, I put them in a bowl. You have to soak them overnight. You can't just soak them for a couple of hours. It's not going to make a difference. You have to soak them overnight, at least 8-9 hours. And you will see the water gets all gunky and turns colors. Rinse that off with fresh water and then try the almond. You'll taste a difference. But eating almonds, just 2 almonds a day, 3 almonds a day, will help you. You have to watch the calorie intake because you don't want to just consume all kinds of healthy fat because then you're going to gain some weight. But if you do it in a smart way and keep track of what you're eating, journal, you can really make a difference in the appearance of your skin, your hair, and your nails. Of course, I absolutely love coconut oil. Coconut oil is another thing you can put in your hair. It's a little harder to get out, but you still reap the benefits of it while it's on your hair. So coconut oil, always buy extra virgin, cold pressed, never heated. This one here I bought at Sam's. It's Better Body, and it was like really not expensive at all. But this is a very misunderstood oil. It is a medium chain fatty acid. It has lauric acid in it, which does not absorb into the body and store as fat. It is a saturated fat, but it is not an animal fat. It is a plant fat. So really do your research. Of course, if you have heart problems, talk to your doctor, okay? Don't listen to crazy Miss Tammy, all right? So putting healthy fats into your diet is a great way. Of course, if you eat salmon and fish, I don't eat salmon or fish, anything like that. If you eat that, tuna, you're getting your omegas in that also. But as far as the healthy fats, I like to do mine through avocados, olive oil, avocado oil, macadamia nut oil, coconut oil, walnuts, almonds, pistachios. I eat a lot of those things to get my omegas. So they are my form of healthy fat. Sleep is really important for healthy hair. It sounds silly, but really your body needs to rest because when your body rests, it feeds everything properly. Stress can make you lose hair. Stress can thin hair out. So you have to find a way to release your stress. A lot of people find it through meditating, yoga, hobbies, but you have to find a way to release stress. Okay, so I want to cut this video. I want to start getting it. I might have to make it a two-parter. Healthy hair. Hair steps that you can take to prevent damage, okay? Now remember, if you color your hair, heat, products, all that, it's going to damage your hair. These are things you can do to make your hair look better, okay? If you have damaged ends, they must be cut off. Damaged ends will just continue to split. It's like peeling a banana. It's just going to keep peeling up and up. So you must get those ends trimmed. I just got my hair trimmed. I don't get it trimmed every single time I go to the hairdresser, but if your hair is starting to look dead, lackluster on the ends, it's time to get it trimmed, okay? Hair oils. I love hair oils. If you're somebody who washes your hair every day, before you wash your hair, just massage oils into your hair and then shampoo and conditioner. It will make a difference. Do a hair mask once a week, as I mentioned. Do an oil treatment mask once a week. Now you can heat the oil if you want. You don't have to, but you can heat the oil. Remember VO5 back when I was a young kid? We used to heat it in the hot water, put it on our hair. You can do the same thing with olive oil, coconut oil, or any of your hair oil. If at all possible, go without using heating tools for a couple of days out of the week. Now, if I'm not leaving my house, I won't wash my hair for one day out of the week. I can't do it for many because I can smell it. I'm very sensitive to smell. I can't stand to smell it. And I also think when your hair gets really dirty on your scalp, I just think it's a breeding ground for bacteria, and I think it starts to really play a big role in how healthy your hair could be and isn't because of that. But I will go without blow drying it. I'll just shampoo it and let it dry naturally. And remember, fine hair, which I have, fine thin hair is more sensitive to heat than curly coarse hair is to it. And another thing is your blow dryer has that little thing on it for a reason. If you pop that thing off your blow dryer, the little angler, the pointy thing on the end, there's those hot coils there, and when you do this, it singes your hair. You want to keep that on, okay? I know you'll go to some hairdressers and that won't be on there. They are professionals and they don't normally lay the blow dryer on the brush. We have a tendency to get as close as we possibly can. You are frying your hair if you have taken that little piece off. Okay, pay attention to the nutrients you put in your body, which we talked about with your diet. That's the best way to get your vitamins. But I do have a hair vitamin that I take. Some people like biotin. Biotin never did anything for me, not my nails or my hair. And some people have a sensitivity to biotin, which they break out, so be careful of that. But I've talked about these before. Phyto has a hair and nail vitamin. You can get them in Ulta and Sephora. And I also like the Cell Super Collagen Plus C. It strengthens bones, nails, hair. It's supposed to do something for weight loss, but I don't buy that. Another thing you need is your vitamin D. Now, if you live in cold climates, you need to take a vitamin D supplement. If you live in the tropics, like my sweet Joelle, she doesn't need vitamin D. She gets plenty of it. But I do have to take vitamin D, and vitamin D is very good for helping the hair. Vitamins A, B, and C are also very important. That's why it's important to take a multivitamin. Okay, so I think that's it. Just some tips that I do, some tips that I've read about. You can make a difference in the appearance of your hair by just taking some time out, just like with your face and your body. If we don't exercise, our body turns to mush. If we don't take care of our skin, no matter what we do, no amount of makeup is going to make us look better. It's the same for your hair. If you choose to have long hair, but I believe that healthy short hair should be, but if you choose to have long hair as you age through life, you must take time to take care of it. Alright, so down in the comments, let me know if you're doing any of these things, some tricks you do to make your hair look better, because we all have different types of hair. Women of color or a strong ethnic background have totally different hair structure than me. You have to treat your scalp differently. So share it in the comments because other people read it and it helps. Not everybody has my type of hair. So if you have unruly curly hair, leave down what you do to make your hair look really good. It'll help somebody. I'm sure it will. Thanks for stopping by. Don't forget, subscribe. We're anti-aging here and just having fun. Be happy, be healthy, be beautiful, and most of all, peeps, be lovable, be lovable. I love you all. Bisous, my friends. Bisous.